Starting with the run game, Bob, it is very important that you build the wall so that Ezekiel Elliott has nowhere to go. What you'll see is guys getting out of position early. You'll see when this play starts to happen, Ezekiel Elliott has great vision, but he's waiting for a defender to get out of position. So I'll freeze it here. Looks like everybody on the front side has everything shut off. So there's no vision here. His vision will come back here to see if he can get somebody off of a block, because initially it looks good, right? Here it is. He cuts back. There's a guy there, but this guy gets washed out of the hole, and that's where he goes. So when you're setting the wall, you've got to be strong at the point of attack.
And you see then the power of Ezekiel Elliott running over a guy. Elliott, since the start of last season, leads the NFL in touches per game, 25 touches per game.
And here's another touch. So if you're in man-to-man coverage and this is your guy, be prepared for him to go out anywhere. So you've got to be in place. So if he comes out here, you go with him. If he goes out this way, you go with him. But if he goes through the line of scrimmage, you've got to be prepared. You're in man coverage, but you're playing for one side, and there he goes out the backside. So you've got to be prepared for anything with him, because he will go anywhere out of that line of scrimmage. He's excellent hands.
Excellent hands, and then yards after the catch. All right, let's go to the other side of the ball, because Dallas's defense is very effective. They can get after the quarterback. They've added a lot of new pieces, Carl.
And pressure has been the name of the game for the Dallas Cowboys. Here's a face they didn't see last time they played. Quinn. He's a relentless rusher, and I'm going to just let this play because he's never out of the play here. He gets pulled down, draws a penalty, gets back up, continues to pursue the quarterback. So that's one thing that Quinn does. What he does well, aside from his effort, he's got speed, but he also has power. Here he is again, right when you think you got him figured out, he just continues to outwork you. Look at this. He just pushes the tackle back into the quarterback. You either got to give your tackle some help or you got to short set him and use your power. But the key is, Bob, communication across your offensive line. That's the one thing this giant offensive line has not done well, is communicate so that everybody knows their assignment. We're going to take a look at one of your rookies. And the one thing that I've noticed that, number one, you haven't been afraid to use your rookie in any situation. Right. But this is a guy, Darius Slayton, who can actually win one-on-one matchups.
There's no doubt. And I was just made aware of the fact that I think we have 500 more snaps by rookies than any other team. So that is true. So we're playing a lot of rookies, but they're good players, and they're making plays. And so this was the first touchdown pass that we threw to him. And basically what we did is we were in 21, so we got a tight end and a fullback on the field. And then we got two wide receivers, and then in this case the halfback. And so what we tried to do is create an extreme. So we went from a two-back set and created an empty. So we put the halfback and the fullback outside. All right, we put the two receivers next to one another and the tight end over there. And so what we're trying to do here is give the quarterback clues as to where to throw the football. So with this type of configuration, when the corners are covering the wideouts and then we have linebacker safety types covering the outside, you know it's man. And so the route concept is basically we ran a little one-step hitch here, one-step hitch here. It's somewhat mirrored. We run kind of a wide spray 9 here, a spray 9 here in the slot, and then we have an option route on the inside. And so when it comes to matchups now, it's dealer's choice for Dan. And so he picked the matchup here with Slayton, and that's where he chose to throw the ball. If something would have happened where he'd have fallen down, then he would have worked inside of the option route here. He certainly could have picked, if the coverage was a little tighter here, he could have thrown it to Rhett. And with that big cushion, if he's feeling it, he obviously could pop it to the outside guys. So that's really what's going through his mind. He's got 5 choices. And in this case here, he took the matchup with Slayton, and he made it work. And so as you watch it here, so it's obviously 5-man protection. This is another, the ball can come up quickly. He locates the one-on-one. Slayton does a good job of getting down the field. And then Dan does a good job of throwing the ball in a position where he can use his body, catch it, and then get in the end zone.
I like to just pride myself on, working hard, try to lead by example, and just play fearless and with relentless effort. Sometimes good things happen, sometimes not so good things happen. But I'm gonna keep doing what I do to better this team, and I'm sure those guys will as well.
What do you think Leonard Williams can add to this defense?
Oh, I didn't even know he was that big. I saw him standing next to Dex. I said, "Oh, I like this." I can play behind those boys, but he's a force in the rush. As far as run game, stopping the run, getting pressure on the quarterback, and as guys in that back seven, we like those big guys up front. That make our job a little bit easier.
Now, a tradition here with the New York Football Giants, every Halloween, the rookies dress up, pay a special visit to the Children's Hospital at Hackensack Meridian in costume. We got a Black Panther over here. DeAndre Baker is an Angry Bird. Ocean Zimenez, Cat in the Hat.
Got it all. They got Buzz Lightyear here in the corner. But Dexter Lawrence with this robe, this cape situation, he's really crushing it. I like it.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we got to get a little closer look at this.
There
look at
it
that.
is.
King Dex right here.
I love it.
And look at this. It's like a nice little moment for the kids. And then, of course, you got a friend in me. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones.
I love it.
I wonder if he had a snake in his boot as well.
They almost look eerily similar here. Him and Woody almost look exactly the same in this photo.
It really does. It really does.
But it's good to see the guys give back and go to the hospital and give back to the kids. The kids probably were ecstatic and excited to see those guys. So it's Giants always doing good things in the community.
And somebody else dressed up as Woody this week as well.
Yeah,
I think.
I went on ESPN and dressed up as Woody, just having fun, having a good time. And I don't know if I compare to Daniel Jones, but we shall see.
We shall see. I feel like both are very strong to quite strong.
Dominating Big D. Saquon Barkley in his career, 6.6 yards per carry in his first 3 games against the Cowboys.
They're going to need that 6.6 yards so that he can stay in third and manageable or never see third down. Physical play, he's a physical runner.
Dallas has given up 1 rushing play of over 20 yards. That was to Barkley in the opener. It went for 59. All right, Carl, Monday Night Magic. The Dallas Cowboys have the 2nd most appearances on Monday Night Football, behind only the 49ers. They have the 3rd most wins.
Well, if you listen to folks, they'll tell you that Monday Night Football was created for the Dallas Cowboys, that they were born to play on Monday nights. They are a primetime team, but they have to play it, and the Giants have to be up to the task.
The Giants host a familiar and formidable foe on Monday Night Football as the Cowboys come to town. My first question for you guys is, who's a bigger threat to the Giants on the Cowboys offense? Would it be Dak or Zeke?
Ooh, I'm going to say Dak, because Dak has the ability to throw the ball all over the field to every receiver, to tight end, and to Zeke. So Dak's probably the biggest problem. Even though he's like in a contract year and everybody's complaining about him, he's still a big problem for our defense.
Howard, it's Ezekiel Elliott. He's the straw that stirs that drink on offense. He makes everything go. The better he is, the better Dak is. So let's just look at it for what it is. It is Ezekiel Elliott that has the most impact on defenses. He is the man.
He might be the man, but I'm telling you right now, the defense that I'm watching that wears those Giants uniforms, they are impacted by deep throws, and Dak will be doing the one throwing the ball. If Zeke could pass, I'd be worried about him. But they can gather around and tackle Zeke.
He probably could.
In our defense, sometimes.
Well, the last time these two teams met in Week 1, Dak did have a perfect passer rating. The Giants defense is going to try to lock that down this week in Week 9. Now, when you look at the division as a whole, what position is stronger in the NFC East? Is it the quarterback or is it the running back in the entire division?
Ooh.
Quarterback.
Quarterback. Okay, go ahead. I want to hear this.
Quarterback.
Why?
Because it is.
Okay. I'm going to say
Can you name me 3 running backs?
3?
Once you get past Ezekiel Elliott and
Saquon Barkley. Adrian Peterson. I think he still has a little gas. He still has a little gas in
What
the tank.
year?
for this season.
Oh, so we're just talking brand names
We're just talking
now?
about for this season.
Are we talking brand names or are we talking?
Well, who's the quarterback in Washington right now? Do we even know?
Well, I can tell you 3 quarterbacks of the 4 that are pretty darn good in this division.
Okay.
Did you just say Adrian Peterson?
I got another. I had a better
I
back.
liked Now Laters when I was a kid, too. I still remember that brand. No disrespect, Adrian.
I think the backs will be pretty good. Even the backs in Philly, they got like.
Can you name them?
No, I can't.
Thank you.
I trust them though. Trust me.
Okay. Okay.
Hey Giants fans, Jabrill Peppers here. Want to be the first to see Giants videos? Subscribe now.